just said something really cool, and I also said that David shouldn't be filming so much for fear of annoying people who've already put in a lot of time watching these.
But it's so important that they get this message. It's really important. I'd like people to hear it. And I'd like to not think that they didn't hear it because I didn't ask the right questions. And there was something more to be said about the journey that you're actually on, what you're doing. And I just can't seem to find, that question in me that would give the understanding to the public about why you're doing what you're doing. I'm just still short on an understanding of that position you're taking in putting your life on this path that you're on.
I would have to explain how my character became my character. I grew up in central Alberta. I was born in 1972. For as far as I can remember, we lived in the country in an old white house. My mom and dad separated when I was too young to remember them together, really. And I, hung out with Dad on sort of like every second weekend sort of thing. And he took me camping. And I attribute my stand-up cowboy spirit partly to him.
I'm not too sure if that's the question that I wanted to ask. But let's get closer to it here. When did you first think that you may be the Messiah?
Well, I think the very first time that notion may have crossed my mind, I was 17 or 18, had a girlfriend, and I remember a conversation where I was explaining how I had felt purpose. But then not really with any not with a lot of objective refinement.
Like foundation, like the foundation.
No.
Where are you now? What do you think now about being, like what's your answer for the world at this point?
Be patient, because if you love truth, you're about to put all your energy in loving truth. Okay, I'm not putting this one up at all. You need to just stop recording now. It's crazy.
Okay.
No, there was some good intro stuff there. There's sometimes you just got to be ruthless.
Exactly.
With
exactly.
editing.
Yeah.
And with truth. Truth isn't. You can't break it. It's a phenomenon. The is. So be patient, humble, love truth. intricacies of the whys and hows and wheres of courage are all based on objective thought. Courage isn't a magical thing. It's just understanding the absurdity of fear. And patience be with us. And don't get cocky, because it is sort of like gaining a exponentially higher level of confidence. Because pretty much you're suddenly learned that you're walking without fear. And then with a little bit of thought, you also recognize that your anger's gone. Or at least every time you get angry, you're realizing that it takes more energy